There are different ways to change the position of the elements on the screen. One that I'm going to show you now is using text align, which is working when you set the text align of the parent to center. All of the children will be set in the center of the parent, or left or right, any alignment that you would like to have. So let's go ahead and select the parent of the logo. So again, if you remember, we added these indentations to be able to see what parent has what children. And in this case, image is a child of the main. So image along with H1, H2, and P are all children of the main tag. So the main is like a box. It's like a container that contains all those children. And if you want to set all of those children to the center of the main, we are going to change the text align to center for the main. Now remember, there is only one main in this web page, so I don't need to give it an ID. I can just select main as a tag. So let's go back to style.css, and just because my main is the parent and it comes before the logo, I will select my main on the top before the logo. You don't have to do this. It's just good practice for me to be able to find them easily in the future if I want to make changes. So I will select my main, open close curly braces, and inside here I will add text align center, which means every child of the main should be in the center in comparison with the main, which is the parent. So let me save and quickly take a look. As you can see, everything is now in the center. Everything, every child of the main, which includes not only the image, but also H1, H2, and the P tag. So everything. Now, if you want to bring the paragraph tag to the left, for example, that's easy. You can do it separately, or the H1 or the H2 or any other elements. But at the moment, I'm actually happy with my title, H1 and H2, to be at the center of the page too. Maybe we will change this paragraph later on, but that's what I wanted to achieve for the image at least, and it also made some changes for the other children. Okay, what else? What's next? What do I want to do next? The next thing I want to do is something which is related to the fact that we are given this particular image for the logo with a black background. Now remember, usually when you receive logos, they have a transparent background, or they are in the form of SVG or other types of files where you can change the background easily or put them on any kind of background. So for example, you could put it on a white background. But in this particular image, if you look closely, you will see that the background is dark. The image on the logo is this yellow gold color, and then there is the Lotus Flower Bakery, which is in white. So because this is the only image I have to work with for the logo at the moment, and I don't have a lot of options, I'm thinking it would probably be a good idea to make the whole web page black and then change the texts to white to also keep the contrast and make sure everything is readable. It would give the whole website a way more beautiful look if the background color of the web page matches the background color of the logo. Let me show you what I mean and why this really matters. So at the moment, you're looking at a white page with a black background logo image on the top. Now let me show you how it is going to look if you had a black background for your whole web page and white for the foreground or the text. I think that would be beautiful. So let's go here. Now, I want to change the background color of everything, the whole web page. So if you go to your index.html, you will see the biggest parent, the grandparent of all of these children is the body. Now you might say, hey, wait a second, it was the HTML tag. And you are right, that's actually the main parent, but that's not the parent of related to everything to the design of the page. So remember, we have the head section, which has nothing to do with the design as a child over there. So the biggest parent for anything you will see on the browser is the body tag. So let's go ahead and select body on the top here. and change background color to black. Now, I hope that the background color of our image logo is actually black. If it's not exactly black, you're going to see a difference between the background color of the page and the logo. And then we are going to bring the logo to a Photoshop and get the exact color code of that to be able to get the exact background color for the whole web page. But let's hope that it's black and let's test it. So I'll refresh the page. And it is indeed black. So as you can see, now this is our web page, and the logo looks way more beautiful, at least in my opinion. So you don't see any transition between the white in the background and the logo itself. And you might be wondering, where did the text go? And you can actually select and see it here. Well, you can't see the text because it's also black. So black on black, you can't read it. And by the way, that's not a good idea. Whenever you're designing web pages, make sure that the foreground or the text color has sufficient contrast with the background color so that it's easy to read. And let's go ahead and do that right now. So everything inside the body that has a background color of black, every text that we are going to add from now on, we want to give them a color of white. Now remember, this rule, the color white rule, is inside the main parent of the whole web page. So it's going to affect everything, every text, every H1, H2, P tag, everything that you are going to add in the future to this web page is going to have a default color of white, which is a good idea so you can see them. And if you want to change them individually, you can easily change them individually, which we will do in the future too. So the body is the main parent. The main is the child of the body, but the parent of the logo. And again, in order to see the relationship, go to index.html. You will see body is highlighted here. With one indentation, you will see two children, header and main. Sorry, three, header, main, and footer. And main has its own children, image, H1, H2, and P. When you change something on the body level, you are changing everything inside, unless you specifically go back and change them individually again. Okay, we didn't test the color white. Let's go ahead and take a look. So everything is invisible. I refresh the page, and there you go. Now everything is visible again. So this is much better, isn't it? And it's beginning to look better than what we started with, if you remember from a few minutes ago. It's beginning to take some shape as something that might resemble a web page for us. Now, if the client asks to change the background color or the color scheme in general, then we are going to ask the SVG or the transparent background file for the logo to be able to basically map that on top of any color scheme that they would like to have. So at the moment, let's go with this, and we can come back and change it in the future.